Welcome back to Wheels 4 Drive, your ultimate destination for everything luxury, rugged, and built for adventure. Today we're diving into a true icon that has made its mark across generations, the 2025 Toyota LandCruiser. This legendary SUV has been around for decades, and with each new iteration, Toyota continues to remind us why it's held in such high regard. But the real question is, how has it evolved for 2025, and is it still the rugged beast we know and love? Let's find out together. Now let's take a moment to appreciate the history here. Did you know the LandCruiser traces its roots all the way back to the early 1950s? That's over 70 years of evolution. But what makes this vehicle stand the test of time? Could it be the unmatched off-road capabilities, or is it the luxurious yet functional design? Well, the 2025 model offers some exciting answers. After being discontinued in the US in 2021, the LandCruiser made a grand comeback in 2024. But here's something interesting. Toyota hasn't drastically changed much for 2025, so what exactly is new? This year, they've added a striking monotone heritage blue paint option and said goodbye to the first edition trim. Now, does that mean they're playing it safe, or are they banking on a design that's already near perfect? Think about it. Toyota could have completely revamped the model, but instead, they focused on what matters most to LandCruiser enthusiasts. And I know you're wondering, what do we think of the new design? Well, in true LandCruiser fashion, the SUV still packs that aggressive, go-anywhere vibe. It looks modern, but stays true to its heritage, balancing rugged charm with contemporary tech. Speaking of rugged, let's talk about the ride quality. One question I often hear is, how does it perform on tough terrain and on the freeway? The LandCruiser is all about that body-on-frame construction, so yes, you still get some body roll, pitch, and dive, but that's a hallmark of this kind of SUV. It's built to take a beating on trails, and yet Toyota has managed to make this LandCruiser faster than ever before. How, you ask? Well, they've trimmed a whopping 800 pounds off its weight, and the result is a more agile driving experience. Inside, Toyota has also nailed the blend between classic and modern. This is something that's a big deal for anyone considering a LandCruiser. What's more important to you, new tech or that retro feel? In the 1958 model, you get the best of both worlds. USB-C ports, wireless smartphone connectivity, and physical controls instead of those sometimes annoying haptic buttons. This isn't just a throwback, it's a modern take on the essentials with some nods to its roots. As we dive deeper into the interior tech, there's more to love. Whether you're going for the base model or something more premium, you're looking at features like wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. And here's a nice touch: over-the-air updates, so your tech stays as fresh as your ride. Most models come with an 8-inch touchscreen and a 7-inch gauge cluster display, but if you're all about that extra luxury, there's a 12.3-inch touchscreen option and a head-up display. Do you prefer a more immersive experience? Well, you can even upgrade to a sound system with 10 or 14 speakers. Now, let's talk practicality. This version of the LandCruiser comes in a 2-row configuration with seating for 5. While you don't get the 3rd row like you do in the Lexus GX, it still offers plenty of space. Behind the 2nd row, you've got 37.5 cubic feet of cargo space. Perfect for weekend getaways or hauling all your outdoor gear. Compare that to the GX's 40.2 cubic feet, and you can see Toyota designed this SUV for more rugged practicality than just family hauling. Now, what about off-roading? That's where the LandCruiser really shines, right? If the latest Lexus GX, which shares the same platform, is anything to go by, this SUV is ready to tackle some serious terrain. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Toyota has ditched the thirsty V8 engine of previous models. So what's under the hood now? Enter the iForce Max hybrid powertrain. Does that sound familiar? It should. The same system powers the Toyota Sequoia and Tundra, but for the LandCruiser, it's based on a 2.4-liter turbocharged inline-4. You're looking at 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. And yes, every LandCruiser comes standard with 4-wheel drive. With numbers like these, it's hard to imagine this SUV won't impress on the trails. Are you curious about fuel economy? Well, we don't have official numbers yet, but you can bet it'll be an improvement over the old 13/17 miles per gallon. And then there's the safety tech. Toyota isn't cutting any corners here. Every 2025 LandCruiser comes standard with Toyota Safety Sense 3.0. That means automatic emergency braking, pedestrian detection, lane keeping assist, and adaptive cruise control. Plus, you get off-road focused features like the proactive driving assistant and automatic high beams. These are the types of systems that give you peace of mind whether you're cruising down the highway or hitting the backcountry trails. What more could you ask for in a modern SUV? Now, let's discuss pricing. Toyota has kept the LandCruiser competitive. Are you wondering how much it'll cost? The base price should still be in the mid $50,000 range, though there might be a slight increase for 2025. If you're looking for the top trim, expect it to go well into the $70,000 range. With this price point, it competes with other rugged SUVs like the Jeep Grand Cherokee and the Ford Bronco. So which would you pick? And here's another thing to keep an eye on: delivery times. While the 2024 models didn't hit the market until spring, Toyota seems to be on track for a more traditional release schedule for 2025. That means you could get your hands on one as soon as the last part of 2024. How exciting is that? So there you have it, the 2025 Toyota LandCruiser. It's a perfect blend of old and new, rugged yet refined, and ready for whatever you throw its way. But now, I want to know, what do you think? Is the LandCruiser still the king of off-road SUVs? Do you think the hybrid powertrain is a game changer, or do you miss that V8 rumble? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and of course, subscribe for more daily content from Wheels 4 Drive. We've got so much more coming your way, and you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.